Who's that? Hello, Facebook family. Say hello, River. Say hello. Say happy 2020. Hello. You're so funny. So beautiful. Happy 2020 to everyone. Hello. Just type through it, hi, or wherever you're watching from, so I can see if the comments are working, and let me know that you can see me and hear me, please. Hey Deborah. Hey Jessie. Okay, cool. I can see. Type through a hello. Guys, there's been so many shifts happening. River just did a big fart. There's been so many energetic shifts happening recently. You know, 2019 was huge as a year of purging and letting go of everything that just wasn't in alignment with who we truly are. And hey guys, great to have you on. Please let me know that you can hear me. Okay. And yeah, and coming into 2020, so what I kind of feel is that what happened in 2019 was because there was so much shedding of who we thought we were, and all of that was being released. Coming into 2020 now, I know for myself, I've just felt such a huge shift within me. Like I've changed so much, that it's almost been feeling like there's been a bit of a feeling like almost feeling lost, or like what do I do now? What do I do with myself? Because basically with where we're at now, we're not able to access who we used to be, like old patterns and things. And so I wanted to share with you guys something that, you know, if you're feeling a bit like, wow, everything just is feeling so different at the moment, I'm feeling so different, I'm just feeling like I'm not able to do the things that I used to do, or do things the way that I used to do them before. If things are feeling a bit like that, then I just wanted to share with you guys something that I find really helpful. And it's really about coming out of creating our lives from our mind and trying to analyze things and figure out everything from our minds, because our minds are so limited. And if we create our lives from our mind, then we're going to be creating a very limited life, and also potentially a life that is, it's not our divine path. It's not what we're truly here for. And so, hey River dance. And so, oh, he's playing with his aeroplanes. And so something that I find really helpful is to, preferably in the morning or just when you have some quiet time, is to, when you can truly be with yourself and come into if it just took another big part, when you can come into quiet and just ask, like tune into your soul and say, hey soul, you know, what would you have me do today? Where would you have me go? Who would you have me meet? And just asking these questions and really tuning in and seeing what comes through. You know, tuning into your body, hey, what do you need today? What do you feel like doing? How do you feel like moving? And the third piece of this, guys, is really, we have so much support, we have so much guidance from, you know, from the spirit realm, from other dimensions, from light beings that we can't see necessarily, or most of us, but that are always present, and they're here just waiting for us to say, you know, hey, I need help, because it's one of the divine laws in the universe is the law of, you know, intervention. They're not going to intervene in our lives or do anything if we don't ask for it first. And so we have this whole, we call it a galactic team. We have this whole team, galactic team of light beings that are there waiting for us to ask for their help. And so it's really just a matter of tuning in and saying, hey, you know, what's my highest path today? What's my next step in my path that's going to be of my highest good and of the highest good for humanity and my contribution? And just tuning in, asking, you can ask the simplest of questions, you can ask whatever you want, but tuning in and asking for that support, because that is so much more expansive than trying to just create our lives just from our mind by thinking we're just alone and we have to figure everything out in our heads. Our heads are so, our minds are, yes, amazing tools, guys, but that's all they are. They're very limited. They can be conditioned and programmed. Is this making sense? Let me know. Hey Sophia, Happy New Year. Because I know for me, in 2019, you know, I had a baby. I had little River at the end of 2018. And so 2019, I was really figuring out how this whole motherhood thing works and how to be a parent whilst also being a business owner and being a coach and mentor and a healer. And coming out of 2019 now and reflecting back on it, I really see how much I was falling into what it, you know, the paradigms of what it means to be a good mum. And what I mean by that, so for example, even things like how I should be dressing. Like I even noticed I started dressing in a certain way that, hello, thank you. Like I started dressing in ways that so weren't me, but because my mind thought, well, this is how a mum, like a good mum, dresses. Like, it's crazy. And even to, from how I was dressing to how much time I was spending with River to, you know, his routines and all these different things of how I should be. Basically, I was being a mum based off of what my mind perceived to what a good mum looks like, from society's conditioning to people around me. And hello. Crazy dance, crazy dance, crazy dance, crazy dance. And I spent so much time like beating myself up of feeling like I wasn't being a good mum, because I'm not a mum where my whole entire world revolves around River. Hey, Poppy. I also have time where I go and do yoga, and I spend time working on my business and thinking about my business, and because my business is really an expression of my soul mission, and I'm kind of obsessed with that. With how can I help more people, and you know, what's my soul calling me to do now, and my creative expression. And so I was kind of feeling like, just because I'm being a mum who's not you know, focusing my whole world around around my baby, and look what a crazy baby he is, that I was being a bad mum. And I've just been, so much of the last year, I had this deep internal conflict and battle between how I really, my heart and soul really wanted to be a mother, and what my truth was around being a mother, and around society's conditioning of what a good mum means, you know, that you need to sacrifice everything, and that, you know, your whole entire world should evolve around your baby. And I was beating myself up, like really giving myself hell around, because I wasn't that kind of mum. And so what this really made me realize, though, and I'm really grateful for the journey, is that, you know, there are all these roles that we play in our lives, and there's paradigms, there's stories attached to these roles of, you know, how we should be. And it's not just in motherhood, it's in your career, or if you're in business, or, you know, a mother, daughter, sister, wife, all of these different roles we play. There's these like molds of what we think we should fit into. And if we don't define those roles for ourselves and how we, like, what our truth is in those roles, then they're going to define us. And we're going to experience this deep internal, like deep inner battle and internal conflict constantly between, you know, how we think we should be, you know, based off of the paradigm, and what our truth is, and going like this and causing ourselves hell. And not just that, but taking ourselves away from our divine purpose and what we're here for. We're at a point now, like on planet Earth and in humanity, where so many people are waking up, and if you are a starseed, you're a being of light who has come to Earth with these amazing innate gifts within you for, you know, of healing and assisting others in this transformation that's happening on Earth right now. Then it is so important that we're focusing on that mission and how we can contribute and give back, and as well as on our own inner alchemy journey. And the funny thing is, guys, of all the guilt I felt around thinking I'm not a good mum, River is like the happiest baby. I literally have people commenting, like strangers, people we know, like saying, he's like the happiest baby I've ever seen. He's so funny.
What?
Yeah? What's your wisdom around this topic, River? What's your wisdom around this? And yeah, and so that's what I wanted to share this with the intention of, you know, in anyone else out there who's been struggling with this, of falling into that trap of the labels of how we think we should be. You know, there's always going to be people around us, especially, like, and it can even be friends and family, usually, who have all of these judgments and opinions of how we should be. And it's actually like, you know, fuck off. We need to be so clear and conscious around, you know, what is my truth? How do I want to be a mother? How do I want to be a business owner? How do I want to be a partner, a wife, a husband, a sister, a daughter, whatever it is? We need to be defining these roles in a way that's in alignment with our truth. Otherwise, we're going to be leaking energy, and we're going to be taking energy and our power away from what we're truly meant to be doing on this earth, away from our soul mission. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. And yeah, and also if you've been feeling these huge changes and shifts in your life recently, and around like who you are as a person, and you've been feeling a bit lost and like, what the hell do I even do now, because my old habits and my old ways of being just don't feel right anymore, tune in. You've got such a big support team of amazing light beings, angels, ascended masters. Tune into them, ask for their guidance, tune into your soul, ask for your soul's guidance, tune into your body. When we create our lives from this space, and knowing that we don't have to go at it alone and create everything from our minds, that's when our life becomes truly magical and so expansive, because we create beyond what our minds can even can even perceive. And so, mwah. River's demanding that I read him a story now. That's his way of, he's very clear on what he wants and communicating what he wants, which I absolutely love and encourage. So when he wants me to read him a story, he gets a book and he places it on my lap, and he's ripping out the pages now because I'm not reading it to him. So, mwah, so much love to everyone who watched. Thank you for tuning in. Happy 2020. If you're watching the recording of this, I'd love to comment, let me know if you resonated with any of this, what you resonated with, and what you're doing to move out of this in this new year. Yay! So much love to everyone.